I'm the PR and influence director at Sandro. I'm working for Sandro since 5 years now. And before that, I was working at Saint Laurent and at Lacoste. The PR field is very diverse, rich, and stimulating, very naturally. And this is one of the things that I like the most, is that PR is at the crossroad of many places, like the creative studio, the retail team, the atelier, the merchandising teams. We really work hand in hand with all the departments of the company. And not to mention the stylists, editors, and influencers that we meet daily. So on a human level, it's extremely rewarding. And at Sandro, we really have built a great team. And thanks to this, we are able to leverage various perspectives and bounce ideas, which I believe is the best way to merge innovative ideas. This diversity of human exchanges keep me very positive about my job. What also I like very, very much about PR is that as PR, you really have to put yourself in perspective all the time and be aware of everything happening in your industry. For example, it forces you to really reinvent yourself constantly and be creative. Like, for example, if you look at the influencer fields, only a few years ago, it was a no-go for most of the people, and today it's a must. And the mechanism of influence are constantly evolving and growing. The audience is more and more solicited and difficult to attract. So I find it very exciting that we have to reinvent ourselves all the time and think forward all the time. Has deeply changed. I believe it is in the nature of fashion to reinvent itself and to make things obsolete that were not obsolete of a few months ago. The most obvious change is of course a digital transformation, and from social networks to the suite of communication channels, from traditional print to digital influencers, online event, metaverse. The fashion world is nothing like it looked 20 or even 10 years ago. And I think for PRs, it means much more options to work with, but also much more fun. But I think the most fundamental change is that brands that now have understood that they must now engage a deeper conversation with their audience. They need to adapt to new consumer priorities, and sustainability, inclusivity, diversity are not an option anymore. So these problematics are opening a conversation, and I think they are a big game changer. Some people would say it opens the doors to greenwashing and all kind of opportunism, but I believe that it's also I also believe that it also helps to make our industry better and healthier. A lot of lessons have been learned because of the lockdown. First, it forced us to be much more flexible. We understood there's not only one way to do things, but a lot of different ways to work. We also learned to work in more creative ways. For example, we made online events, virtual press days. I think the lockdown has really accelerated the digital transformation of the entire system. And the new virtual world offers us so much more possibilities. Like if you look at NFTs, gaming, virtual reality, virtual influencers, virtual stores, etc. The online world has become as important as the offline world now. On a human level, it's great because we can learn from the new generation, and we also have them grow by providing our experience. So it's a win-win, I think. Created on a beautiful family adventure, and this spirit is still at the core of the company. Like every family, there are plenty of thoughts and ideas, different personalities and perspectives. It's a little bit like if you imagine a big family dinner where people bring dishes to the table. And this is what it's like at Sandro. We can bring our opinions and ideas and work in unity as well. This helped to create a safe and inclusive work environment. So I wish us to be able to continue to support and allow each other to bring ourselves to the Sandro family. And so if I had a magic wand, I would just use it to make this atmosphere never ending and keep going this way. That's a tough question. It makes me think that for the Pride Month, Sandro partnered with It Gets Better, which is a non-profit organization connecting LGBTQ plus youth through education and storytelling around the world. They have one claim, it gets better. And this claim has a great echo for me. Growing up, I was the shortest, thinnest, and most fragile kid in the class. The one with big glasses, very short. I was a little bit, if you imagine, Harry Potter style. So in order for me to be heard, I really needed to push myself and work harder than others. So that brought many obstacles and challenges with the feeling that sometimes I didn't belong. And back then, I look at them at struggles or difficulties. So if I had to give a tip to my younger self back then, it would be simple. It would be look at difficulties as challenges, learn how to grow as a person from them, and your differences, they are a source of pride and strength. And remember, there's nothing you cannot succeed or conquer. And at the end, it will get better.